Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna try to break down the last episode of Season 3 of the show From, and then we'll guess what might happen in Season 4. But just a heads up, there might be some spoilers ahead, so consider yourself warned. Also, before we start, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new updates. With the final episode, some truths started to come out, but at the same time, it raised even more questions. By the way, when she went to broadcast from the tower, there were several numbers written down, and it looks like those might actually be the start and end dates of the story, repeated a few times. By the end of the episode, we learned that the events and the story in the strange town had actually happened in the past. When we discovered that Tabitha in her past life was Miranda, Victor's mother, and Gideon, for example, was Christopher, according to the dates mentioned, the story kept repeating itself over and over for hundreds of years. Especially since some memories and visions included people who looked like they were from ancient times, like a soldier from wartime or a drawing of one of the old settlers. Based on Gideon's analysis applying the law of thermodynamics, which says energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only transformed, the energy trapped inside the town keeps recycling itself. Many times in different ways, of course. If we want to call it energy, it's really the souls of people. Because like we've seen, some people, especially important ones, have the ability to see memories from their past lives and discover the key to breaking the curse or breaking the loop. They have to go back to the beginning, just like the boy in white Christopher told us. Parts of this became clearer during the events, like there's a group of people who sacrificed their children to live forever. They're the same human monsters in the town. We also saw how when Boyd killed the smiling monster, Smiley, Anil came back through Fatima's pregnancy. And we learned two other things as well. The important thing in the first episode is that the numbers on the glass bottle tree were actually a piece of music that Jay later played at the tree. Through that, he was able to attract the kids. From what we found out, the word they kept repeating, enjoy, actually means remember. And Hala felt it was urging them to remember their past lives so they could save the kids and break the curse. Through the episode, we got to know the characters better and also who they were in their past lives. We learned that Jay and Hala were a couple hundreds of years ago who used to sing lullabies to the kids, which matched the notes on the musical scale from the glass bottle tree. They even had a little girl they couldn't save the first time, but that was hundreds of years ago, way before their current lives. Of course, that girl was Miranda, Victor's mom, and Jet was Christopher. We've also had several hints about Jane's character, especially after Sarah pulled out his eye, since we've seen other characters lose one of their eyes before, like the war soldier or that strange guy in the forest who drinks blood. Then there's Julie, Mariel, and Rand. They're the successors of those people trapped in that weird cell. Maybe Randall is actually the same old guy from the past. And for example, Acosta could be the successor of Abai's wife. Boyd is dead, and of course, some characters in the town are more important than others. For example, Tabitha, Victor, Jade, and Julie are more crucial to the story than Jim. Like Jim, who was killed in the end by the guy in yellow clothes, Boz. Before he died, Julie tries to save him, and we see her looking different from the last time we saw her at the restaurant, wearing different clothes and with cuts on her face. Her brother Ethan had already told her that she can go back in time but can't change what happened since the story was already told. So, there's also a chance that the Julie who tried to save Jim in the end came from another timeline, maybe the future, because she told him that. This is the moment when it happened, and she's trying to change the course of events. At that time, this strange guy in yellow clothes shows up. He looks like a strong, almost monster-like human. But he's okay with going out in broad daylight and seems to know a lot about Jihad's song and how it was broadcast. He even dug a tunnel under their house. He told Jim that it wasn't your wife who dug the tunnel. It's the same sound Jim first heard on the radio. We've also seen this guy before in one of the drawings inside Miranda's house. He might be like the town's evil boss, kind of like the white-clothed kid on our side who's helping them, obviously. On the bright side, and in his view, the guy in the yellow clothes is the one who promised the monsters immortality when they were humans. That's why they sacrificed their children. It's said that at first, the ancestors were good people, and he's the only husband who refused to sacrifice his daughter. That's why they keep coming back, trying to break the curse and save the kids. Of course, Boyd makes the tough call to torture the Jinn and find Fatima, but Sarah sacrifices herself for him because she's from Ordi, and she already gave up her soul. It's clear that Boyd is a pretty important character in the story since the town tries to torment him and break his will to make him the savior and the good guy we need here. Let's pause at an important moment in the episode, right before Boyd tortures Ul Jin. One of the photos on the camera shows Boyd's retirement house, the one he was heading to with his family before they got stuck in town. But Boyd notices the boat he and his family bought isn't in the picture. Throughout the series, there have been hints like a lighthouse in the forest, drawings of boats in the tunnel, and the absence of the boat in the photo next to the house. This suggests that boats might be a key or essential element for leaving the town. By the way, the show From was officially renewed for a fourth season before the final episode aired, but unfortunately, we won't get to see it next year because that's when it's set to come out. Right now it's 2026. So we just gotta wait a bit until the story continues. Honestly, the start of season 3 was kinda slow, but little by little it became clear that the story is deeper than we thought. The stuff that was revealed in the last episode was super exciting for me and proved that the story is really good, with a lot of mystery and suspense. Honestly, I was worried before that when they finally reveal things, the ending might be weak or bad. But with how season 3 ended, this show proved that its ending is gonna be strong. This show is insanely epic, seriously mind-blowing, especially considering that even at the end of season 3, we're still uncovering stuff based on hints and scenes from the very beginning of season 1. You can imagine just how much care and attention the creators put into all the little details we noticed, or missed, that make the story so perfect moving forward. Of course, the last episode of season 3 didn't answer all our questions, but it gave us some answers that helped paint a clearer picture about what the story is really about and the strange nature of the town. What got us even more hyped to keep watching is trying to figure out how this all ends. I won't keep you any longer, this is the end of the video. Hope you liked it, see ya. So, tell me your thoughts and theories about the story and the show now that season 3 has ended. What do you think might happen in season 4? I'm waiting for all your comments below, and please don't forget to like the video so we can keep making more.